welcome to episode 29 of my GregBlock series. Thank you very much for joining again, and Happy New Year. I hope you had a nice New Year's Eve and New Year Day. I had, so okay, in between episodes I just created a bunch of stuff, more circuit boards, a lot of these good integrated logic circuits, which you remember last time we made these wafers, then integrated logic circuits with resistors and everything, blah blah blah, integrated logic circuits which you then use in the circuit assembler with more resistors and electrum and more of these boards to make the good integrated circuits, so we don't have to make these ones again ever, hopefully. So got a bunch of that, have some more plates left, and then I was looking at, where should we go? This will tell you maybe where we're going. I was looking at the epoxy, whatever, resin sheet, and how to make epoxy resin sheets. Now, resin. This is quite a rabbit hole. Epoxy resin sheet from either ingots or whatever. This, of course, to get ingots, you need the fluid first. In all of these scenarios, you need to have the fluid first. That's the first step, to get the epoxy resin fluid. And not by melting existing epoxy resin bars, but with chemical reactions. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. We can either go for the epichlorohydrin with naphtha and nitrogen dioxide. One ingot worth with 3 and 1 makes 2 ingots worth, or the same epichlorohydrin, and I apologize, I never had a chemical degree, so I might be pronouncing this all wrong, with bisphenol A and sodium hydroxide dust to make 1000. So 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, and then, but this requires bisphenol A. Bisphenol A is hydrochloric acid and acetone and phenol. Hydrochloric acid is diluted hydrochloric acid or chlorine and hydrogen. And then we need phenol, which is from wood tar or heavy fuel. And wood tar we get from the distillery to make from a charcoal byproduct or from the pyrolyzed oven. The other option to go for naphtha, I think, was another option. But either way, we need to get the epichlorohydrin, which comes from either glycerol and hydrochloric acid. And I'm looking at my notes as well, because glycerol comes from seed oil and methanol, or seed oil and ethanol with some sodium hydroxide dust. There's no getting around that. And methanol comes from wood vinegar, which you get from the pyrolyzed oven. Ethanol comes from wood vinegar, which you get with the pyrolyzed oven. And yeah, this is what I've looked up is there are 3 chemical reactor recipes needed to get these 3, or probably 2 for this one. The naphtha requires a distillery, then the nitrogen dioxide requires it's just a chemical reactor with oxygen and nitrogen, which is from the centrifuge. But most important is the epichlorohydrin, which requires the glycerol and hydrochloric acid or allyl chloride chemical. It's loads of recipes, and this boils down to chemical reactor, distillery, and pyrolyzed oven. And then I remembered we have a distillery and a pyrolyzed oven quest here to make charcoal byproducts. And I thought, let's go into that route. First, before we get back into the epoxy sheet. So the pyrolysis, I don't know. It's something to do with heating a block basically, and then get extracting what comes out, like fumes and fuels and liquids, etc. It requires one oven, 12 ULV machine cases. We haven't done a ULV yet, but we'll have a look at it. It's not too bad. 16 cupronickel coil blocks. It says we've done them, but I think that's probably for the arc furnace. The same with the hedges and the output bus and input buses. Now, it mentions here it uses an LV input bus, input hedge, but it says any energy input hedge, and it goes through all the different tiers here. I don't understand why it would be an LV. We're in the MVH, we're making MV tool machines. I'm gonna make an MV energy input hedge, MV input bus, etc. Now, oops. Let's see, because I did a bit of work and I did actually quite a lot of work apart from making these chips. I got a bunch of cupronickel, which I was out of nickel, so I had to see sand, I think it was, in the steel, on the steel mesh, and the copper is not a problem. I also cleaned up a bit here, cleaned up a bit over there. So we have electrum, which I used, of course, to make these, right? This, no, this one requires electrum wire each, 8 of them for each. Anyway, yeah, so bunch of work in between, and hopefully we're prepared for, oh, no, we're not, because there's not a process that was been, and this has been running for, well, probably about 5 hours today, and about 3 hours the other day. And I don't think it's done yet. Oh, it is done. Is it finished? No, it's still doing the last 4.5 or so stacks. Because we're gonna need a lot of wrought iron. And I can tell I'm out of inventory space. Okay, let's come back to the wrought iron in a bit. And let's make the other parts first. Right, let's see that. Okay. And now I'm gonna need 2 pieces of glass. I'm gonna need 2 chests. And okay, the cupronickel coil blocks requires 8 2 times cupronickel wire. So that is 16 cupronickel, or 8 ingots for each, but 16 wires for each of them. And I need 16 of them. Actually, let me check, but I'm pretty sure they're using the arc furnace, and what I have here for the large bronze boiler is a different thing. So I'm just gonna make them. And 16, so I need 16 times 8 of the 2 times copper nickel, and that is 128, right? I can always convert them back, so that's good. Then the wrench, now this one is about to die. Let's do it here. 16. Well, 13. 3 and 16. Alright, so that is a cupronickel coil block. I'm gonna put them in here for a moment. Hang on, so I have the list on my screen as well. Okay, then we need the pyrolyze oven, the main block, which requires 3 chips, machine hull, and 2 4 times cupronickel wire. Okay, this is 4 times, but that's okay. It also requires 2 pistons, which I made, and a electric pump, which we made on previous episodes, and it requires the MV casing. You should have that one somewhere, and then the MV hull, wrought iron, copper cables. I have some. Okay, Although I'm now thinking, do I need... Oh, I might just have enough of this. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna first use this one and this one here. And then I'm gonna use one of these ones. So I get rid of the old ones first, right? Do I have everything? No, I'm missing the... There. I was missing those. Okay, you can go back. My file is just about broken, so I made a new one from black steel, which durability is about 1.5 times that of regular steel, and I had no use for it anyway yet. You can go back, you can go back, you can go back. Okay. Pyrolyze oven. And then I need an energy input hedge, input bus, output bus, input hedge, and output hedge. And all of these require an MV machine hull, and this requires, oh, another copper cable. I think I may just run out. Okay, I need 5. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's my last copper cable. So, no. Yeah, let's do alright, let's do a bunch. And, oh yeah, of course, I put this chest here. And we can also start collecting the wrought iron. And I'll show you what that's for. And I'm afraid there is still no easier way to make wrought iron other than making the nuggets and then cooking the nuggets. Let's see, you and you in here. So let's take a bunch of these. Oh. And do we have a crafting? We don't have a crafting table here. Okay. Oh, I don't need. Yeah, I do need one. Okay. I thought I had one over here. No, is it? Oh, it is over here. Okay. I cleaned up a lot of this. That's not everything. Shift K. All right. 56 ingots, and I think we have a bunch more here. Back to the table, Shift K. Okay. I think for now that should be okay. The reason I need them is for the 12 casings. That means 12 times 8. That is 96. Oh, that's enough. 96 plates. Yeah. Oh, sorry, forgot. I need the copper cable from assembly machine. What I've been doing is taking out the rest of the rubber with aluminium wire, because you know we always need aluminium wire to make the 8 times cable. And I'm gonna need to make more of these advanced diesel engines, because I can only run one machine MV at a time, and I have a feeling that this pyrolyzed oven might require a bit more. Okay, so 1 energy input hedge. That's this one. And there you go. Then 1 input bus MV. That is with the chest. There you go. 1 output bus MV, which is also with the chest. Energy input bus, output bus, and then an input hedge and output hedge. This one, which is why I needed glass, and output hedge. Okay. So the only thing we need now is 12 UFV machine casings. Oh, I forgot to put my wrought iron in this machine. It's 12 times 8, what is it, 96? 8 times 8, of course, is 64. So I need, yes, 64 and 32. So a stack and a half of wrought iron plates should be enough for 16 UFV machine casings with the wrench, which I probably left in here. And this is not a recipe, I'm gonna need a lot, so I'm just gonna do it in here. Not with these though. And 12 machine casings. Completes the pyrolysis oven. Here. And there's no other quest here yet, because we need to get into charcoal byproducts, but that requires the advanced distillery. So let's see if we can make that as well. And I think we can. I was already looking into it. And I needed some more copper cables. It's always, it's annoying. It's 9 cables per recipe because it takes 9 of the rubber. I also need to look at how we can get phosphor. Or hang on, no, sulfur, phosphor. I think I got plenty of that. All right, and sorry for the jumping around on my camera. One more thing. I thought I had one here. Yes, I do. Okay. So, the advanced distillery requires a blaze rod. I think we have one. Yes, okay. So first we need another of these. And we need a bronze ring, so we need a bronze rod, and actually I'm gonna make 3 bronze rods. Because also I'm gonna need a screw for this one and a screw for this one. So there, 2 screws. Hello, 2 screws, thank you. The ring and I think that's it. That's the rotor. And then let's see, 2 rubber rings, which I've been doing by hand. It's not justified to use it there. And motor, copper cable, rotor, screw. It wants the wrench, right? And it wants that. 2 of those. I have the rotor, I have the bronze screw, I have the screwdriver, the medium steel. No, I thought I took that. Okay. Then see another one of these, and then another one of these. And a blaze rod. Don't I have any more blaze rods? Do I need to kill a blaze first? Oh dear. There's no crossing for that blaze doll. So it's one of those, 2 glowstone, another wart. One of those, and a redstone, and Another one. I think over in... Oh, here. Okay. And this needs, I think, in lava, right? Let's see. It's been a while since I've done this, but I think it requires a bucket of lava in a stone barrel. Okay, to my mob farm. Yes. Let me first kill what's in here. And hope... Actually, I should probably try to... Oh, maybe I can do this. How are you not dying? Wow, she's tough. But she's still dead. Okay, I just hope I have enough durability on my sword to place or to kill the blaze. Now, I think the blazes are cheating by using fireballs, so I'm gonna cheat as well. I'm making sure they can't get out. Do 733. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got more of these still from Halloween. I never ate them. 60, 70. This is not too long. It should be confined to the area behind here. Right, when it spawns. Oh, in fact, it's already dying. And I get... nothing. Oh, Christ. I got one blaze rod, good, because I also ran out of... this was the last 4 of my blaze powder, which I got... Oh, I can't get it from sifting dust. I should probably do some sifting dust in between episodes. Okay, this time I got a blaze rod. And I'll replace the barrel again later. Now, did we have everything else for the distiller? Let's see. 2 pieces of glass. I have that. I have the cables. Then these good integrated circuits. What is it missing? Oh, it's missing my blaze rod. That I had to do all that work for. Distiller. Now we can have a look at charcoal byproducts. One of the fluids you get from pyrolyzing logs is literally called charcoal byproducts. It can be distilled into wood vinegar, gas, and tar, which you can also obtain as separate byproducts from pyrolyzing logs. They can then be distilled again for obtaining some useful fluids. So I need a bucket of wood tar, a bucket of wood gas, which is quite interesting. So let's grab some logs and let's set up. Can I get rid of some junk here? Let's see. You can go in there. You can go in there. You can go in there. The crafter. This is, by the way, I made another crafter. This one is already almost broken. I got more saplings, but still no beech, which is the one I need next. I'm gonna delete these, as I have plenty of those. And the same with that. Oh, sorry. I get these every time I do a stack of steel. Okay. I don't think I need these right now. I don't think I need these right now. Okay, let's take all this with us. And now, I don't think the layout matters a whole lot when it comes to where to put the hatches and the buses, etc. If I look at uses for the power line soften, this shows me how to build it. There's an energy input hatch here, output bus, output hatch, and it's showing HV, but it really, in this case, it's not that's going to matter. Then the input bus, the controller, and the input hatch. Now I hope that I can put these on the bottom, and so let's try that first. And oh, I'm gonna use my wrench here, right? I also hope I don't blow up anything because I made the MV hatch. It did say any, right? So cross your fingers. It's getting power. Okay, so that's good. Then where is it? Here it is. Uses. So we have the output hatch and output bus. No, yes. Was it output? Yeah, both output. Okay. I'm not sure what. I think one of them is a fluid, and one of them is going to be. So let's do the bus here, and input bus here. Then the output hatch here, and the output and the input hatch here. No, uses. Right? Because I think as long as this is the 9 by 9, and actually I need to move this out one, because this is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try it like this. And then we make, I think the rest of these are yeah, that will be those. So let's try and then the controller in the center, and it's gonna say it's invalid because it needs the copper nickel, and the center is hollow, this one, right? This is the bottom layer, then the center is hollow, and then the top layer is closed again. Okay. Now, haha. So it really doesn't matter. It's idling. And let's put in some dark wood oak into the input bus. Right? No. Into the... Oh, it needs a programmed circuit. So we want to make the charcoal byproducts, right? Vinegar, gas, tar, gas, vinegar. So we want to have a program, I'm guessing. Vinegar requires configuration 3, gas requires configuration 5, and tar requires configuration 7. And my configuration chip, and I can make one more because they're just the other ones that I made, but let's get this one out of here anyway. Okay, tar is the first one. So does it take 16 of each? I think it may take 16 every time. See. And I'm probably gonna need some okay, so tar, some cans. Tar from configuration 7. Okay, so I'm guessing this goes in here, and this goes in here. Okay, that seems to be working, and it is progressing. Let's get, how's power? Power is good. Yeah, power is good, and it hasn't blown up. It seems to be liking the MV energy hedge. I mean, it didn't make sense to use an LV one. I'm not sure why we needed the distillery right now, but I will put it here. So that's finished, made 20 charcoal, and it should have made wood tar. 15, okay. That is not a nice number. Okay, let's do another 16. Then we might get another 2 buckets. And get some more wood. Doesn't matter much, does it? Let's stick to the same one. I know, I say it doesn't matter much and then I change. I know. Okay. I don't know. Is that my paralyzed oven doing that sound? Okay, so we have 2 more. So we have wood tar. Does it recognize? It doesn't recognize wood tar. Okay, well, we'll have a look at it in a minute. I can always make buckets. Wood gas is the next one, which is wood gas is program 5, configuration 5. And also does it tell me how much it then okay, so we can do another 32 in there. Do 2 runs. It's a nice easy way and a fast way to get charcoal, by the way. I like that. It's not too slow. This is gonna give us 3 cans of no, maybe if we have more, we'll see. Progressing. That should be 1.5 buckets, and that should be 3 buckets. Okay. Then the final one we need is the wood vinegar, right? And that requires, let's see, creosote, wood vinegar, program 3, configuration 3, okay. So you and half stack of you. Oh, that made a lot more. That did twice as much. Oh, that's okay. Yes, okay, so I just wanted all of them to be here. So it's still not sure why this depends on having distillery, because we didn't use the distillery yet, but we probably need it for ethylene. And maybe this is what's lead me to epoxy. But anyway, I think that's a nice point to exit the episode. We have wood vinegar, we have wood gas, and we have wood tar. And we got almost 2 stacks of charcoal out of 1.5 stacks of wood. So that's pretty cool. And I'm sure we use this a lot more for other machines. Maybe I'll... Well, yeah, I think I'll move this. Well, actually, I don't need to use the... It's just for information, right? But let's just to be sure. Let's put it on the other side. Just so we can exit it if we want to. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think it went rather well. One of my better episodes, at least it feels like for me in the last couple of runs. If you did like it, please click the like button. And also let me know what you thought. Leave a comment if you have any questions, any ideas, whatever. Just regular feedback is always appreciated. I would love that. And if you click the subscribe button, you will be notified when the next video comes out. So thank you very much for watching and take care. Bye bye.